Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kwadash. Second of all, I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Elder Tahar, and on down to Rule Well. And third of all, I want to give a peace and safety to the hopeful elect out there, the brothers that push this truth, the truth of the King James Bible, and all truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the globe. Alright, so I just want to do a short lesson on how alone the spirit of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai allows it to go. I don't want to name the video. Bail-ins may be on the way. Alright. And Lord Wells brothers can see on the screen, I had this article here from the Hill, and it says Wells Fargo customers report missing deposits from bank accounts. Alright. Now Wells Fargo, has a really horrible report, as far as customer satisfaction. Them Bank of America, and they've had one for some time now. But so this ain't nothing new, but why it holds more weight now, you got all these banks, you got all these banks going down, all right now. And well, I'm gonna get the definition of a bail-in, all right, but I'm pretty sure all the brothers out there already know it. But in these times it holds more weight because all these banks are going down, all right. And when you look at the definition of a bail-in, when a bank is on the verge of collapsing or whatever, what they'll do is to save themselves. Either they'll get a bailout from the government, which the government ain't gonna give them because the government ain't got no money around these times. All right, because they're giving all the money to they're just tied up. It's too much debt. The government, the U.S. government is finished. The U.S. is bankrupt. All right, basically. But in 2008 or 9, they got a bailout from the banks. They got a bailout from the government. Around these times, all right, the government again ain't doing so well. So more than likely, what's gonna happen is gonna be a bail-in. All right, and a bail-in again is when a bank saves themselves by taking their customers' money, basically. All right, so I'm gonna read some of the article. It says I'm gonna read the article. It says Wells Fargo customers are reporting the disappearance of direct deposits in their account on the X platform formerly known as Twitter. Users complained about their disappearing funds. One bank customer said they saw the news about the problem right as they noticed that their deposits weren't in their account. It says right before this popped up in the news, I saw that my deposits weren't in my account. The Twitter read, I was trying to pay bills and none would go through. This is so unacceptable. So the company responded in a statement to, you see that, I ain't gonna say their name, that a limited amount of their customers are experiencing the disappearing deposits. They said most of them were resolved and that they would fix the problem. And again, all these financial expert guys, financial guys are saying, more banks are set to collapse, are set to go under, and to save themselves, you know, they're gonna take their depositors' money because which makes sense. If the government ain't gonna bail you out, what's the next step? You take your depositors, the people that bank with you's money. All right, just take all of it to save yourself. All right, and basically head for the hills. There's nothing that you can do about it. But what good is going to stand in front of a bank or going to a bank? The money ain't in there. The money ain't in there to start with. All right, and again, started with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and brothers ranking on down. I've been telling you niggas out there this day was coming. All right, you're gonna wake up one day and all your money's gonna be gone. And you're gonna go down there to the bank and what's the use of going in there and standing down line? All the money's gonna be gone. First of all, the money ain't in there from Jump Street, and second of all, it wouldn't, even if it was in there, they bailed out, they took it. All right, it's going now. But we started with the elders of Great Millstone again. And brothers ranking on down, I've been telling you niggas that this day was coming. That Egypt was gonna fail you, man. All right. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience. The bank statements reads like it. In the recent years, Wells Fargo has faced multiple controversies, ranging. Well, I don't even know why you even bank with Wells Fargo, but whatever. It says all of them are gonna fail anyway. It says ranging from policies that result in the wrongful foreclosure of homes, illegal repossessions of vehicles. In 2016, the company faced a massive scandal because the opening of millions of banks and credit cards for sales boost by its employees. All right, so yeah, they've been crooks. All these banks, the whole system is a crook-based system. If that's a word, crook-based system, if that's a saying. But yeah, man, like they're gonna do a bail-in to save themselves, and they could. I mean, you gotta wait and see, how the Lord's gonna let it play out. But and it's crazy because Wells Fargo is one of the ones that's accepting the CBDCs. But that really don't mean nothing. That they could still be failing, and they could get the money. They could take the money out of people's accounts and save themselves. And then if you want to join back in, then you gotta take the you gotta get down with the CBDC, which we know the end goal of that is what? The CHIP. All right. So I'm gonna pause it real quick, Salakia. All right, Salakia brothers. Lord Will's better than soon screen. I just did a Google search for bail-in banks, and I'm gonna read this one real quick, and I'm gonna read the top one. I'm gonna come back and read the top one. But this one explains it better. It says why bank bail-ins are the new bailouts. In a bail-in, banks use money from their depositors, which is us, the people that bank there, and unsecured creditors to help them avoid failure. Which again, all these banks are collapsing. So, um, it will make sense to do if the government ain't coming to help you. So like it will make sense to just take the depositors' money, take the customers' money to save themselves. All right. And again, we're in these times that we're in right now. We got all these banks collapsing. So I mean, it would make sense that these banks would do that. All right, just start taking their the people that bank with them's money. And again, it's crazy because Wells Fargo is one of the banks that's accepting the CBDC. But again, they could take the depositors' money, save themselves, and then start the CBDC system. Lord will, that's what goes down. I'm gonna read this one, but this one, explain it better. But I'm gonna go ahead and read this one too. It says, "Why is a bail-in a bail? Why? What is a bail-in? A bail-in is a form of financial relief from banks that are in danger of collapsing, which all of them really are in danger of collapsing. All right, um, collapsing or going bankrupt. And again, they could do that. They could, just do the bail-in and then start the CBDC system and just tell their customers, look, we got your money, but you gotta, get up under the CBDC system because the old system is out the window. So, and eventually they're gonna tell them you got to take the CHIP. All right. We gotta wait see how it plays out, but it could go down like that. It says the relief comes from canceling some or all the bank's debt by reducing the value of bank shares, bonds, and unsecured deposits. Deposits. All right, which again, that's the customer, because you're the unsecured liability. We're the unsecured liability. All right, you get mentioned 2008 there. That's when the government, bailed them out. Is President Bush signed a bill into law within the hours of. Yeah, it tells you right there, creating $700 billion treasury funds to purchase the failing banks' assets. All right, and things were a little bit better back in 2008. Now things are horrible. The national debt is always almost $33 trillion. This whole government is bankrupt, so they're not coming to the rescue. Janet Yellen said that the government ain't coming to the rescue. All right, even though somebody did save they did bail out Silicon Valley, but they ain't got no money to bail out all these banks. All right, so yeah, man, this is definitely something to keep an eye on because again, they could take their depositors' money by bailing, say the bank's failing, and say by bailing or whatever, and then start the CBDC system and tell their customers, look, you can still bank here, but you have to get up under the CBDC system. All right, and eventually, again, we know that eventually that's going to lead to the CHIP. All right, but yeah, we've been again started with the elders and apostles, a great millstone. Brothers ranking on down have been telling you, man, that these days were coming. And to our people out there that trust in Egypt, trust in this place, that's trying to put a kingdom, they want to start a kingdom within Esau's kingdom. All right, which is just stupid. All right, but been telling you that this whole system is gonna fail, man. All right, this whole system is gonna fail. All right, and look what happened. And look, Salakia, look what's happening. All right, it's failing. All right. Matter of fact, I ain't mean to go to this. This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse Can I start? Matter of fact, I just hit the point. 7 is good, but I'm gonna just hit the point. All right. It says Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11, the lofty looks of men should be humbled, and the haughtiness of men should be bowed down, and the Lord alone should be exalted in that day. For that day the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty. And what makes these people proud and lofty in these times? Their bank account. All right. But once that's gone, once that's been taken out of the way, what's next? All right. Well, what's the next thing? Pride is going to be got out the door. All right. Because again, the reason why the majority of people here are proud, especially the women, is because their bank account. All right. But once that's gone, and once that's gone, lawlessness is going to break out. And that's when things really get ugly out here, man. All right. Uh, everyone that is proud and lofty, and upon everyone that is lifted up, and he should be brought low. Right. He should be brought low. And the Lord is going to start that by taking away your bank accounts, by putting your bank account on zero. All right. And then you'll realize that America's a joke. Like the scriptures say, woe unto them that trust in ease. Matter of fact, I am gonna read that. This Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe unto them, woe unto the rebellious children, saith the Lord. Who's the rebellious children? The 2/3 of our people that take counsel but not of me, and that cover with a covenant but not of my spirit. Right, where's their hope at? Their hope is in this place, America. But again, this system is gonna fail you every time. All right, system is gonna fail you, Jakes, man. You're gonna wake up and realize that. All right, because if they do this, they take your money. But again, I did a video the other day through the Spirit and Power of Yahweh Shemi Awashai, saying they want to bring you to your knees, and they again taking your money and saying that we're off that system now. That system is dead, and we did that to save the banks, and we're going under the CBDC system now. All right, and the end goal of that is what to hit you with a C hip in your hands or in your forehead. All right, so they it could happen like that. Lord will, it does. All right, but we be telling you, Jakes, this place is gonna fail you, man, and you're gonna find out the hard way, man. You're gonna wake up one day and your bank card ain't gonna work no more, or the ATM, all the ATMs will be shut down. All right, or all the banks will be closed, a bank holiday. All right, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin unto sin. They walk to go down into Egypt, which is America. The new Egypt is America, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right, because all they trust in is this Egypt. All they trust in Salakia is America, which again is spiritual Egypt. Trust in their jobs, they trust in their bank accounts. All right, that's what they trust in. They don't trust in the Lord, and the Lord's gonna take all that away from you. All right, and then where you gonna be? All right, like the brother Ash always say, you're gonna be up shit's creek without a paddle, man. All right, you gonna be out here fucked up in the worst case scenario. So like it for the language, you niggas are gonna catch it, man. All right, in the worst way. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and safety to you, brothers, that push this truth and sincerity.